Well, this ought to be fun. What's going on, sons and daughters? It's your favorite West Coast son of Saturday, Grayson, Wimbish, checking in from beautiful, sunny California, even though it's dark right now. Anyway, beside the point. I'm here to tell you that this week's West Coast Report is brought to you by the Hub Blacksburg. Listen, y'all, this is going to be the premier off-campus housing in Blacksburg. When it is done in 2021, I'm talking state-of-the-art workout facility. I'm talking a pool that is literally the distance of Worsham Field. And I'm also talking creative and collaborative study lounges. It has like a super zen vibe. You can actually check all of this stuff out, the mock-ups, the floor plans and everything. huboncampus.com/Blacksburg. Tell them the sun sent you, give them a call, shoot them an email, do whatever you got to do. If I were still in school right now, this is where I'd be living next year, no doubt in my mind. And y'all, literally, like it's the cool, hip, and happening thing. They're the new guys on the block, so be sure to check them out. We could not be more fired up to be partnering with the Hub in Blacksburg. With that being said, please enjoy this week's West Coast Report. What's up, sons and daughters? First off, I'd like to say things obviously look a little bit different this week here on the West Coast Report. We're on Zoom. Eric, what's up, man? How you doing? Are you good?
I'm good, man. Yeah, just hanging in there another week and just hoping for the best, but who knows what hope will bring.
Well, here's the thing, man. For the people out there, for the sons and daughters watching this, we are doing Zoom because right now, COVID is really bad in Los Angeles. It's the worst it's probably been since the beginning of the pandemic. So Eric and I were like, let's maintain a long socially distant, I guess, game day score prediction and all that. So we are doing this from the comfort of our own home. So I'm glad that we can make this work. This makes me feel right at home because this is how we record the podcast every Sunday. But without further ado, man, let's get into it. First off, how are you, Eric? Are you good? It's been a couple of weeks, man. We had the bye week last week. Are you hanging in there? You doing all right?
I'm hanging in there. Yeah, work's going well. No complaints. Staying as active as I can. And of course, as bad as things may be for Hokie football right now, the remedy is the Mike Young popcorn air. But let's stick to football because that's what we're talking about.
Sure.
Everything's good. How are you doing, Grayson?
I'm doing well. Thanksgiving was great. Cannot complain on that front. Thanksgiving was fantastic. A little quick trip up to San Francisco to see a fellow Hokie, which is always great. But like you said, we're here to talk Hokie football. We're gonna do just that. We got a big game on Saturday. We knew this one was coming. Depending on your outlook on things, this one we've kind of had circled. You were either really excited about this one or you're dreading it. For me, it's kind of both. Clemson, the Clemson Tigers, Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers, I think best football program in the country. And they have been now for quite some time. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number one overall pick and is the best quarterback in college football. That man will probably win the Heisman Trophy. So it's a big game. Obviously, you don't have the crowd factor on Saturday. That's completely gone. We do have the weather on our side. The Clemson boys, they're not used to playing, I guess, in as cold of weather. It's supposed to be 20 degrees, supposed to be free. It might even turn into snow. So we'll see kind of how that affects things. But honestly, Eric, keys to the game. We'll start this the way we always do, man. Let's talk about it. Keys to the game.
I would say the number one key is for the Hokies to score in the first quarter. This one has blowout potential written all over it. And unfortunately, there is going to be no crowd in Lane Stadium really to galvanize the team. They have to create their own energy, and that's a really big ask. I think the team should be in reasonably good spirits because they finally got the chance to go home for Thanksgiving, spend time with their families, and they were long overdue for a break. So hopefully they will come into Lane Stadium refreshed and be invigorated. But I think the key, just to put it quite nicely, is just get points on the board early and avoid this getting out of control from the get-go.
I like it. I agree, man. It's like, how do we respond? How do we answer to what they're inevitably going to do? I mean, hey, listen, there's no transitive property in any sport. I don't care if it's college football. I don't care if it's NBA. I don't care if it's badminton in the Olympics. I don't care what it is. You know, Pittsburgh beats us by 33 points. And then Clemson comes out and socks that same Pittsburgh team that beat us right in the mouth. Had 31 points on the Panthers in the first quarter last week. So no transitive property, but I don't know, man. This game worries me because of the blowout potential. Clemson in every facet is just the better football team. That's not negativity. That's not me trying to be a jerk. That's just the truth. And it really just kind of comes down to, we got to come out guns blazing, and we have to play our best football on Saturday to even have a remote chance to win the football game. We have to be firing on every possible cylinder for us to have a shot. So offensively, you know, in your opinion, what do we have to do on offense? You say we have to score, but what exactly do we have to do?
We have to do the opposite of what we've done the entire season, and that is open up the playbook. Big play Trey Turner was finally starting to step up a little bit. He even made some plays in the Pittsburgh game. But you got to get the ball to him. You got to get the ball to Tavion Robinson. The Hokies have to air it out, and Hendon Hooker has to regain his confidence. It's been tough to see just such a great kid regress in many ways this season, but I still believe in him. He still has the intangibles and the heart and desire to win. So the coaching staff needs to put their belief in him. Look, if the Hokies are going to run on first and second down all game long, it's going to be a long day. So let's hope that they open up the playbook, they give Hooker a shot, and they finally unleash the weapons that we know the Hokies are capable of taking advantage of.
Sure. I mean, the weapons are there. To my knowledge, at least at this point, Trey Turner is playing on Saturday, as well as Khalil Herbert and James Mitchell. I mean, the good thing, Eric, is that these guys have had time to rest, and they've had time to kind of take a breather during that bye week and during the Thanksgiving holiday. So hopefully these guys will be at 100%, ready to go. That's all you can really hope for. Love the offensive game plan. From a defensive perspective, I think the main thing that we must do is contain Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is one of the best, if not the best, running back in college football. There was a time, and I'll say this because people will bring this up, where I said Travis Etienne, and this was earlier in his career and last year, I said he was overrated. I didn't get it. But he's a hell of a running back, and he's proven me wrong. And I hate that I have to say that, but it's the truth. He is one of the best running backs in college football. So he might have a career day. Who knows? The way that our defense has done handling the run is hot and cold. Some days they crush it. Some days they don't. So Travis Etienne scares me. And then number 16, Mr. Heisman hopeful there, Trevor Lawrence, best quarterback in the country, and soon to be the first player selected in the 2021 NFL draft. I mean, he's angry. He came out last week against Pittsburgh and he was angry. He was out for 5 weeks or something like that. And so that man wants to come out, he wants to play, and he wants to win football games, and he wants to win big, only to help his draft stock even more. So applying pressure on Trevor Lawrence is going to be crucial. The man can air it out, so you got to get to him. And he can scramble too. He's shifty. You saw last year in the college football playoff against OSU, man. He had that huge run. So, I mean, obviously, there's just so many people that you have to watch out for. It's going to be a tough game. Eric, anything else to add on the defensive front, and anything that you can think of, really?
2 arms are better than 1 when it comes to tackling.
I agree with that. wholeheartedly. 2 arms are, in fact, better than 1. I always say I'm not a fan of the bumper car tackling. I don't really, I'm not really into that. Whenever we're watching the games at O'Brien's, I say they're doing it again. They're at King's Dominion and they're about to go out and pick their bumper car and start driving the thing. Cause I don't know. We gotta wrap up, especially against the Clemson Tigers. So we're absolutely on the same page there. Special teams, obviously, make the field goals. Brian Johnson got to make the field goals. If it comes, who knows? Might come down to one. Who knows? I don't. With that being said, that moves us into score predictions. Eric, score prediction, man. What do you got?
I am happy that this is a night game so I can enjoy the day leading up to the game instead of it being early on. Sure. I think this is going to be a really rough day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is going to be a blowout. Clemson is going to win by a lot. I have Clemson winning this game 63-24.
Very interesting pick because you and I, full transparency, did not talk about our score predictions before we pressed record today. I got to be honest with you, man. I'm in the same boat. I love my Hokies so much, man, but I'm realistic. I'm realistic. They have one loss to a very, very good Notre Dame team who they're probably going to see again here in a couple of weeks in that ACC championship game. And we're just not on their level, man. They're just a better team than we are. And I do think it's going to get murky. I think they will score at least 60 points on us. I'm going 62-14. Honestly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
62-14. Their defense is going to wreak havoc. James Skalski terrifies me. Clemson always has that one bell cow linebacker who is just from the boondocks and is an absolute freak of nature. James Skalski, prior to him, it was Ben Boulware, also used to wreak havoc. Just a hell of a defensive player out there calling the defense for Coach Brett Venables, that goblin looking man. He's just a scary looking guy. I don't know. Brett Venables, he's something else. But yeah, man. And then I guess we can conclude this thing with who do you think scores the first touchdown? And again, we can remind people that this does not have to be a Hokie.
Oh, well, the first touchdown, I don't think it's going to come from Virginia Tech. Let's just say maybe Trevor Lawrence punches in a short run because, like you said, he's a really great runner. He's an underrated runner. He is a quarterback worth tanking for. He will be a New York Jet. We'll see how that works out for him. But, yeah, I think brighter times ahead for him in terms of the immediate future on Saturday. First Hokie touchdown, assuming the hammies are in good shape and he's ready to rock and roll. Khalil Herbert, all I'm going to say about special teams is hopefully Khalil Herbert is not returning kicks so he can focus on getting it done running the ball because he is a truly outstanding running back, and I really look forward to watching Khalil Herbert play in the NFL.
Absolutely. I agree. I think both of those guys who you just mentioned will be playing on Sundays here very soon. As far as who I think will score the first touchdown, Travis Etienne, 150%. They'll march if we win the toss and they get the ball first, they'll march down the field within 2 minutes, and Travis Etienne will walk into the end zone. And as far as the Hokies are concerned, wild card here, I think Trey Turner has our first touchdown on a little jet sweep action. I got a feeling they'll never see it coming, but they'll never see it coming. But that's all we got for today, man. Hey, listen, I'm bummed that obviously we can't be in the same place, but we are trying to take caution. The holiday season is upon us, and obviously, we want to play it safe. Eric, I don't know if you have plans to go home for the holidays, but I personally do, so I would like to be able to do that still. But yeah, man, go Hokies as always. Saturday will be interesting. I am excited because it is the ABC primetime game, but hopefully that doesn't, hopefully that's not a bad thing, but we shall see. With that being said, take care and peace, sons and daughters. Y'all be good.